Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there lived a curious girl named Nina. Nina loved words. She collected them like treasures in a notebook with a pink glittery cover. But lately, she felt like all the exciting words had run out. One windy evening, Nina sat by her window with a heavy sigh. "Why do all the fun words get used up so quickly?" she groaned. "I wish I could find a word so big, so magical, that it could make even the boring days sparkle." Just then, whoosh! The curtains flew into the air, and a swirl of sparkling wind danced into her room. "Careful what you wish for, little word hunter," giggled a tiny voice. Nina blinked. "Who said that?" "I did," said the wind, forming a funny little face out of air and sparkles. "I'm Windle, the whispering wind," Nina gasped. "A talking wind?" Windle spun around like a twister in a tutu. "You called for magic, and I've brought you the most magical word in the world," he whispered dramatically. "Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious." The room shimmered. Her lamp lit itself. Her pencil danced on the desk. What?" Nina stammered. "Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious," Windle repeated with flair. "It's a word full of cheer, charm, and a dash of mischief." "But what does it mean?" "That's for Grandpa Wizzle to explain," Windle said, whisking her away in a swirl of laughter. Soon, they arrived at a crooked old house, with windows that winked and a roof that yawned. Inside, a kind old man with a beard like whipped cream was napping by the fire. That was Grandpa Wizzle, retired magician who now spent his days reading floating books and sipping fizzy tea. "Grandpa Wizzle!" Nina cried. "What does supercalifragilisticexpialidocious mean?" The moment she said the word, a book leapt off the shelf, landed with a thud, and opened its mouth. "Someone said the word," it cheered. "I'm Flapjack, the talking book of tongue, twisters, and terrific tales." Grandpa Wizzle chuckled, brushing crumbs off his robe. "Now that, my dear, is a word of wonder. I used to say it when my spells went sideways, or when I needed a laugh." "It sounds made up," Nina whispered. "Maybe it is," Flapjack said with a wink. "But sometimes the silliest words carry the greatest magic." Then came the song. Flapjack sang, "When the world feels dull and grey, and joy seems far, far away, say this word with cheerful lips, it flips your mood with magic flips." All three shouted, "Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious." Say it loud, it's quite precocious, even though it sounds ferocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Windle twirled in glee. Grandpa Wizzle did a clumsy jig. And Nina? She laughed until she couldn't breathe. The next morning, Nina stood by her bedroom window, the sunrise painting her walls gold. She whispered the word one more time, "Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious," and suddenly the birds sang louder. Her schoolbooks seemed lighter. Even her little brother's annoying jokes didn't bother her, because now she knew when things feel boring or hard or not so fun, all it takes is a magical word, a little belief, and a sprinkle of imagination. And that word, my dear reader, is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.